Welcome to How We Heard It, the podcast about music, pop culture, movies, and more, with your hosts Wayne Bledsoe and Chuck Campbell.
This is Chuck Campbell with
Wayne Bledsoe
and
John Baker.
all right, guys, we've talked about all kinds of songs. We've talked about breakup songs, movie songs, scary songs, short songs, but we have never specifically talked about love songs.
True.
Which I think part of that's just because there's so many love songs, and we're always talking about love songs, even if that's not the topic. You know, and many acts at least occasionally do love songs. Some of them deal almost exclusively in love songs. So what do you think about this vague topic that we didn't really narrow down?
Well, I narrowed it down to myself to just love songs that I love.
Okay.
As opposed to, I mean, because when we were talking about it, it was like, you want the weird ones, the
Right.
weirdest love songs,
Right.
the darkest love songs,
Right.
the sappiest love songs.
Yeah, we had a little dialogue there, and it's just kind of like, let's just do love songs we like. We don't
Yeah.
have to be tricky, and, you know, we haven't really done just love songs, and there are literally thousands of love songs that I'm sure I like, so, you know, we could do this every other week and not run out of songs.
But, you know, the funny thing is I thought, okay, well, I'm going to look to see what the most popular love songs are. And I read all these lists, and I hardly agreed with any of them.
Okay.
Because half of them weren't really love songs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, some people don't get, and some songs, I've got a couple here that are actually love songs that weren't realized to be love songs.
Oh, good.
So.
Well, you know, people put on like, all you need is love. It's not a love song.
Right.
It's
No.
about love, but it's not a love song.
Right, right. Well,
Or-
I mean, I may have some of that. of
Okay.
that. Just saying, but I mean, it's recommending love.
Okay.
Romantic love, not like love for people and the planet and all that stuff.
Yeah, well,
But
see, I stuck with romantic
okay.
love.
I mostly did, and some of them are kind of just simple, pure love songs, and some of them it's a little more complicated, you know,
Right.
if the balance is wrong. But I just threw a bunch down and wrote down, you know, how each one of these are different. You know, these aren't necessarily all my favorite ones or anything like that, but these are just some that stood out for one reason or another to me.
Yeah, well, I broke down, I have one like subcategory.
Oh, what are you doing, a Chuck there?
I know.
Chuck's rubbing off on you.
I didn't want to get too Chuck here, but
Okay.
but I realized there was a subcategory of love song that I really, really like that doesn't generally get on the radio.
Okay. Yeah.
And
you
I
mean
think-
like a type of song?
A type of
Okay.
love song, a specific type of love song.
Okay.
But as I was saying before that, it's like, you know, people put Every Breath You Take by the Police. It's not a love song.
Right. No, it's a stalker song.
It's a stalker song.
Yeah,
It's,
that's not love. That's
No.
maybe infatuation, but it's not love song.
right.
Right.
But we're talking about honest to goodness, real, feel it love songs. And a lot of this crossed over with when you wanted to, when you know brought up ballads, and we talked about ballads.
Yeah.
So some of mine actually cross over into some of that we talked about.
Okay. Did you spend any time thinking about this,
I
John?
went the Wayne direction,
Okay.
and I'm just going to wing it.
All right.
There you go.
We're kind of winging it then.
Well, I've got a couple of songs that I thought of, but
Okay.
I'll bring them up.
Okay.
I got a ton of songs, and I just wrote mine down chronologically instead of trying to.
So you wrote them chronologically at least.
Yes, I did at least more or less. More or
You
less.
are so
well, I was
organized,
surprised
even
at
when
how
you're not.
I was surprised at how many oldies I came up with
Okay.
that I really thought were good. So
Well, mine are probably they're all oldies to you.
yeah, but I mean I'm talking several from the 70s, man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going back to before I was born and these standard classics of people who died before I was born. It's like, you know,
Well,
I mean,
I have one from the 1700s, Chuck. So
of course you do. Tell us about your 1700s song that touches us all.
Well, it's something I thought was just a real cliche of a sentiment, and you always hear "My love is like a red, red rose," and you kind of groan, and then you actually hear the song performed by somebody great.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a copy of Andy M. Stewart performing that song. It's a Robert Burns song from the 1700s. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It sounds heartfelt. It sounds
It
totally
was a song,
real.
not a poem. Then
Yeah, well, it was
started
both.
as a okay.
But you know, Robert Burns' poems are sung.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's beautiful.
Awesome.
Quit giving me this look. This should be on video.
Did you enjoy
just
it
your
back
looks.
then?
Yeah, back when in the 1700s when I was young.
Yeah, you were young then.
But no, I mean, it's one of those things you always roll your eyes at and you think, oh, my love is like
You're
a red
right.
rose.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my first one on my list, I might as well throw it out there, is just cliche as hell, too. It's The Carpenters' Close to You.
It's a pretty song.
Pretty song. I mean, it's you know, her approach, Karen Carpenter's approach, the singer on this song, is, you know, that everything and everyone is infatuated with you, and I can see why, you know,
Right.
and it's her voice is just such a pure voice, and the arrangement is that gentle kind of pop, you know, from back then, and the chorus is just like, some of the Carpenter songs weren't so straightforward, and like what Superstar wasn't even about, you know, love.
No.
But this one, as best as I could tell, I looked at the lyrics. It's like, this is just a straight up, you know, everything wants to be close to you, and I understand, you know. So,
Yeah, it's a. You know, I hated the Carpenters when they were around, and I was a teenager because I just thought they just sounded so too sweet, syrupy.
yeah.
And then as years have gone on, I've come to appreciate them because you really can't. You know, beautiful vocals, beautiful arrangements, and they always sang great songs with great melodies.
And I mean, you know, not to bring an outside force to it, but it's kind of tinged in sadness when you look at her life. You know, wasn't the happiest life in the world. So, you know, it's like to see her so invested in singing about, you know, pure love when she had her struggles. You know, it's kind of brought something more to the table. Maybe that she would have preferred not to have brought to the table, but.
Yeah, but I agree that I think that's a really pretty song. It's a great love song.
Okay. All right, I'm agreeing with your Rose guy from whatever.
Robert Burns, great Scottish poet, songster.
Okay, well, you got something more recent than that?
Well, okay, I think one of the most beautiful songs ever created, period, but I think it's a tremendous love song is the Beach Boys' God Only Knows.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you just can't.
I actually wrote that one down.
Did you?
And I don't know if you all realize that Olivia Newton-John also did that song. She did a pretty version of it. I'm not saying it's superior to the Beach Boys or anything, but I think that's a testimony to what a good song that was at the base, even though, you know, their melodies and everything were great, but someone else can come along and also knock it out.
Well, to me, that's a mark of a great song, period.
I mean, yeah, God only knows what I'd do without you. I mean, just the sentiment of that is just...
Yeah,
I know that's a popular one for you, isn't it, John?
Oh, yeah. Man, I love the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And Leslie, my wife, and I, that we have said that was our song.
Awesome. Well, it's an excellent song.
It is an excellent song. It makes me well up sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things. There's some of these songs that I put down, and I started listening to them on YouTube, and there's one song I can barely get through without getting all teary.
Yeah. I've got one of those. I think it's partly because I don't know what's going on. so it's just, but I'll get to that later. I don't know. I mean, hey, that's a feeling I have a lot. So maybe, you know, but hey, but I'm going to stick in the 70s here.
Okay.
And because I think some of these will surprise you, I like the 10cc song, I'm Not in Love.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it is a great
Because
song.
it's got the mild, you know, the not sarcasm or anything, but just the protecting yourself, and just like the whole thing about I've got your picture on my wall. It's covering up a stain, so I'm not going to give it back to you, you know. But just the whole, and I think some people on surface listen, you know, they're just thinking it's a literal I'm not in love, but it's not at all. It's about being
That
very
band
in
was
love.
just thick in irony throughout their whole catalog.
Oh, yeah.
And the interesting thing about that song is that the way it was recorded, they got all of them together to sing every single note in a 12-note chromatic scale, and each one is assigned to a different track on the board. So,
Wow.
So like if they need A and C, they push those up, and you can listen to. It's all human voices.
I love the methodical thing.
that's all
there.
human.
That's like
They were
appeals-
tape loops.
And it's
Yeah.
layered. How many? Like 100 times or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing how many times it's layered.
Are they like singing choruses or just notes?
Just
or?
notes, just
okay.
ah.
Oh yeah.
And then
okay.
they just mix them
yeah,
in
you
as
can
they
hear
need
some
them.
of that in the 10cc. I mean, in the I'm Not in Love. Yeah. That's awesome.
It's a pretty miraculous song.
Yeah.
And I guess the only thing that is not the band is they have the woman singing, "Big boys don't cry."
Yeah.
Big boys don't
Yeah,
cry.
It was their secretary.
Was it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, they just needed a female voice.
Wow.
She was real reluctant to do it. She was scared to death, never been in a studio before, and they talked her into it.
That's a great song.
That is a good song. All right.
Yeah, that's it. I'm surprised that you chose that one, Chuck.
I
That was a
know.
big surprise to
I'm
me.
not done surprising you. And then I'm going to give you some that you expect.
Okay, well, another one that I think, and this is from, I think this came out in '71.
Okay.
Tupelo Honey by Van Morrison. Van Morrison wrote a lot of great love songs, but that one is the one that gets me.
Okay.
Always has.
Okay.
Uh,
What is it about it?
I think it just seems very sincere. It's really modest in, what he says. It's not, it's like his dedication to her. You can take all the tea in China and throw it in to the deep blue sea.
Mm-hmm. That's
Sail
the
It
good
Round
thing
All-
about the love songs is there's a line or two in almost all the ones I like that resonates with me, even if it's.
Yeah.
I've got one. It's like none of the lyrics are very good, but I just like the song.
Huh.
But there'll just be one little sentiment that'll catch you in a love song, and you're in.
Yeah. Well, I believe that one, and always have.
Well, Van Morrison's vocal delivery is pretty in that era, especially in the
Oh, yeah.
'70s. His vocals were just incredible.
Yeah.
Just such a soulful singer.
Yeah. I use that for my late wife's memorial, her video.
Okay.
Because it always-
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Because it always made
That
me
was
think of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
But I felt it. Every bit of that song, I
Yeah.
totally felt, and it goes on for like 6 minutes, and you could go on forever.
All right. Am I going again? All
one of
right.
you.
All right. Well, we'll just roll along this way. Okay, this is another surprise from 1977. Cheap Tricks, I Want You to Want Me.
You're kidding me.
I'm not
You're
kidding.
kidding me.
I am not kidding you. And the reason is it's the sentiment. It's like they take a perspective that most people don't. When they do a love song, they let their guard down.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I love you, I love you, I love you. This song hits a point that relationship, it's got to be two ways to work,
Yeah.
And so they're kind of like, I want you to want me. I'd love you to love me and all that stuff. And that's a basic need that everybody who's singing a love song has, because otherwise you've got that really awful, lopsided relationship.
Yeah.
So, and it's catchy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. Another 70s
I can't
song.
believe it.
I know.
Cheap Trick. I never thought I would hear that come
Trick.
out of your mouth.
10cc and Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick, 10cc, the Carpenters even. I don't think I'm a huge fan of that.
Well, this one's not going to surprise you.
Okay.
Lou Reed, Perfect Day.
Okay.
Just-
yeah, Lou Reed.
You know,
Sure.
well, but when the time I got to interview Lou Reed, I was, I've been a big fan for years, but I was looking over his songs and I realized, most of his songs are really love songs.
Okay.
People don't talk about it,
Right.
But they are. And-
Well, yeah, and that's what I've discovered. That's why I said, so many people do at least do some love songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of people trade on that theme all the time. I mean, it's definitely the most popular theme in
Yeah.
popular music,
Well, with that one, he's just describing like this wonderful day he spent with somebody he loved, and that's the thing. It's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like,
Wow.
and he's got a line in it. You make me feel like someone good, like I'm someone
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's really deep.
I got one of those coming up,
Okay.
too.
But there's a really good version of it that they did for something in England where they have like all these different singers sing a line from it. They've done that with a couple
okay.
things. But that one is phenomenal.
Okay.
And it's really cool because, you just don't, everybody thinks of Lou Reed as being, this kind of scary, tough guy, this,
Junkie.
yeah, all that stuff.
Degenerate.
Yeah, and it's like,
That
that is,
sleazy junkie. What does he know about love?
and that's one of the sweetest songs ever.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of them. I think he fostered that reputation of,
I think he liked it.
yeah, I think he did too. But there are some songs that are extraordinarily tender and sweet, and that's one of them.
And we're putting on praise who managed to do that. There are a lot of people who are really terrible at love songs. No, I'm seriously. I've heard so many love songs that were just as hollow and shallow
Oh, yeah.
and just don't feel anything at all from them. So
And there are people like, John and I both love the Kinks. Mm-hmm. They hardly have any real actual love songs whatsoever.
Right.
They're mostly social commentary.
Yeah, they're more social commentary and, kind of sweet, sentimental things, but hardly any straight-ahead love songs.
Or are they the Sex Pistols?
Unlike the Beatles, who have, tons of great love songs.
Well, I mean, some of the groups that I talk about often, like Debbie Harry, she really didn't let her guard down and sing her, undying devotion to you in any songs.
Yeah.
There was always, she kind of kept you at arm's length, which was sort of her gimmick,
Yeah.
And I know Chrissie Hynde got that way a little bit, with Stand By You and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she wasn't, crazy about people either. So I appreciate that. It's like I'm not going to be very good at that, and I'm good at these other things that other people can't do. So I'm going to stay in my lane.
Well, so many, it's what you were saying a minute ago, so many songs sound so insincere.
Yeah.
And I find that really irritating in love songs.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I don't buy it.
Right.
And you hear all this stuff on the radio, and it's like, you wanted to write a song, and, there's the Beautiful South have a great song called Song for Whomever. I think I may have mentioned it before.
Right.
And the guy is just going over this list of how much he cares about these women, and it's all because they've given him fodder for his music.
Right.
And eventually he just goes through this list of names. And then says, I wrote this song for you.
This is as deep as I can go here, but you crossed my mind once or twice. So, John, when you got something?
Well, one of my picks is from the 70s, so while we're there,
all right.
Okay.
from 1975 is You're My Best Friend by Queen.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a great song. And I played in a band where we played a whole bunch of Queen songs and I had to learn them. And that one was the one I thought, well, that one would be pretty easy. And man, there are so many chords in that song.
Really?
All the Queen stuff is just amazingly
incredibly complicated songs.
And,
Yes.
and Brian May,
Complex.
the guitar player, what a guitar monster he is.
Yeah.
So we had 2 Brian Mays and 2 Freddie Mercurys. One was just playing keyboards and the other one was singing.
Were they best friends?
They were not.
But that's another aspect of it that I really like is, recognizing that, a love song is for somebody who is your best friend, you know.
But, I mean, there's lines in there about, rain or shine, you've stood by me, girl. I'm happy at home.
Yeah.
And it sounds like romantic love to me.
No, it is romantic love. I'm just saying, but that's one of the aspects is, that your romantic partner has to be your best friend too.
Right.
I think it helps.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. All right, I'm going into disco, guys. So
Oh, wait. Okay, before we leave this,
come on.
before you go into
I got to
disco,
get out of all this.
we'll never get back. We'll never get back to the 60s.
I've only got a couple. No, we're not going back to the 60s. So
All right,
get that
all
out of
right.
your
I'm in
system.
in the 60s.
All right.
2 Beatles songs.
Okay.
In My Life,
Well, they had some songs, yeah.
which is a Lennon song, which is really
In My Life?
In My Life. In My Life, I Love You More. There are places I remember all my life, and some have changed. It goes on, and it goes about some forever, not for better. But the thing is, in my life, I love you more.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I think that's what people feel when they fall in love, and I think it sounds sincere and real. And the other one is a McCartney song.
Okay.
I Will.
Okay.
Great one.
From the White Album. And I want to tell a story. When Ashley Capps got married, who's the guy who started Bonnaroo, co-founded Bonnaroo,
Promoter,
Big Ears.
right.
He got married in the lobby of the Tennessee Theater the night that Alison
Knoxville.
Krauss was playing. And Alison Krauss came down and performed that song for his wedding.
Wow.
That's great.
And it was like, you're in this little crowd of people in the lobby of the Tennessee, and then Alison Krauss and Ron Block, who was her banjo player, played guitar for this, came down and played that, and it was super, super sweet.
Cool.
And she does, I like her version of that as probably about as well as the Beatles, because it's, I buy it. Simple song, real sweet. Okay.
Disco.
Okay. Well, we're still in the 70s.
Yeah, we're going to run down the 70s. There are a bunch of disco songs about love, and a lot of them are very superficial and everything. But one of those superficial ones, and this would be a guilty pleasure because I can't really say why it's a good song.
Okay.
But it's Amy Stewart's Knock on Wood, because it's just like such a joyful song. And you don't know Knock on Wood?
I'm trying to remember if that's a cover of.
Is that a King a Stax song?
Oh, well.
I can't think of the person who did it now. Eddie
Murphy.
something, not Eddie Murphy. But anyway, I can't remember if that's a cover or not because I
Okay.
remember her doing that, but I can't remember her singing it. So.
Well, what I was saying about the
King
lyrics.
Floyd?
King Floyd.
Okay.
Is it King Floyd?
I would not know that. I would not know that. So, oops. But the lyrics here are so. It's like I don't want to lose you. This good thing that I've got, because if I did, I would surely lose a lot. It's like you're not going to win any awards with that, rhyming a lot with things and all that. But it's just like so over the top, and and not in the vocal, running the chords or anything, but just ecstasy, and she's like just banging it out. And then of course the background singers, the dudes are going, you got to knock on wood, and it's got the slamming and everything. So I think that's one just because it's just a pure, raw celebration of love. And the other disco, I'm only talking about 2 discos.
Okay, all
I
right.
got a disco one.
Oh, okay. You want to do yours?
I Feel Love by Donna Summer.
Yeah, she did feel love.
I don't think she's feeling love.
Well,
I think she's
different-
feeling sex.
Her definition of love, maybe.
That can still be love.
Okay, all right.
But it's got great Giorgio Moroder
Yes,
synthesizer
it does. Yeah,
bass.
yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's just a magic combination
Yeah,
between
it's
her voice
hypnotic
and his.
and-
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the song. I just think that song is about sex.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Well, I mean, I've got some overlap here.
That has some love in it.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, we got some of those.
sex.
It doesn't
and love.
necessarily have to have love, but
They're not mutually exclusive, But yeah, okay. Well, my other love song is The Emotions' "Best of My Love."
Yeah, I like that one.
I thought you might like that one because
Yeah.
you got the women are all singing well and everything, and it doesn't take much to make me happy and blah blah
Right.
blah. And it's just that, and the way you make me feel about you, baby, can't explain it, and all that. And I wanted to point that out because it's such a good song, and this dude named Paul Russell remade it last year or in 2023 into Little Boo Thing, which was just abysmal, and it made me mad every time I heard it. And I noticed, I looked on his Wikipedia page, and it didn't even make mention of the emotions. It's like,
Really?
dude, you took this song and made it a cheesy little. I don't know. Anyway, so thumbs down on Lil Boo Thing and stick with the emotions and Best of My Love. And I'm done with the 70s.
I'm not done with the 70s.
Okay.
I'm not done with the 70s.
Okay.
And, I could have picked out 5 easy, but Al Green's Let's Stay Together. I mean,
Okay.
5 songs by Al Green. Cause
Sure.
Al Green is like, and that's sex and love.
Yeah.
And I don't know which is more, which is greater here.
Right.
But
he was, in his prime, he was a sexy man.
oh my gosh. And it's like, there's so many people who've used that in their weddings.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a great wedding song. I asked Al one time, I said, I can't remember if I've said this before, but it's like, I asked him, I said, what's it feel like to know that so many children were conceived to the sound of your voice? And he said, you got to get your congregation somehow.
Somehow, I think he may have been asked that question before.
Oh, I'm sure he was. But it's like, really, you think about it. But, Let's Stay Together, it sounds like I could have picked out Love and Happiness or Let's Get Married or any of those. They sound like great love songs, and I believe them.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
are
If
you
we're
still going to the 70s? How long are we going to be in the 70s? Till the end of the show?
No, I got a couple more from the 70s. Actually, I forgot. I've missed.
Well, you're probably not going to be going as far along as I am, maybe.
There's only one thing I have that's from the past.
I got like 80 songs
10
still to
years.
go.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe not quite 80.
Oh, you got more
But
than
I still
me.
got a lot of songs still to go.
Well, let me throw out a couple real quick. And this
Okay.
one that's actually from the 60s. I forgot to keep it. I didn't realize we were doing that.
No.
I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
Back
All
Rack
right.
David song.
Yeah.
It's great. Makes you feel. It's that thing of,
That was covered by a lot of people, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, tons. Dionne Warwick recorded the first version, and then Aretha got it, and even Backrack.
That's the Together Forever, in my heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The moment I wake up,
Yeah.
before I put
Say
on
a little
my
prayer for
makeup.
you. That's the song.
Yeah,
That was in
I
some
say a little
movie.
prayer for you. Yeah, it wasn't a
Like
movie.
My Best Friend's Wedding or something like that.
They've used it in several things, I
Okay.
think. But Aretha's version, I think, is the best, and Bacharach agreed with me.
Okay.
I think Bacharach is sorely unappreciated.
Yes, I agree.
Great songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Amazing songwriter.
well, I mean, he wasn't at the time. At the time, everybody appreciated him. Everybody said, this is one of
He's
the
a
great.
genius.
Yeah. And of course, the interesting thing about it is he studied under these avant-garde composers.
Really.
Yeah, and I can't think of there was one that was. I mean, only avant-garde people know him, but the same guy who taught Dave Brubeck, taught Bacharach, and told him just to keep going, do what he was good at.
That's good advice.
Yeah, Darius Milhaud, that's the guy's name that was
Oh, okay.
avant-garde.
Okay.
Okay, so Aretha Franklin, and then Nielsen's The Lottery Song, which is a sweet little song that everybody thinks Without You, but it didn't become a hit or anything.
Right.
But it's one to look up because it's so sweet, just about taking a chance.
What, and winning the lottery? Is that the point?
No, it's just he was just going on. We could buy a trailer and go to Las Vegas. We could win the lottery. All these things, and the whole point of the song is life is just a gamble. Gamble if you want to win.
Okay.
And gamble, and the point is, gamble on this love. Yeah. So, super sweet. The only other one I think I have from the 70s, Chuck, I think, and other than putting it in a different kind of category, is Meatloaf's For Crying Out Loud, You Know I Love You, which is bombastic and crazy.
Is it convincing?
Yeah, it is. And it's so funny because it's very cliched in a lot of ways, but he does it with so much fervor that you buy it.
What album is it on?
It's on Bat Out of Hell.
Out of Hell? Because it seemed like the sincerity would be undercut by the subject matter of all the other songs.
Well, in that one it doesn't. That one's pretty sincere. Yeah, but it's also got the line, "Can't you see my faded Levi's bursting apart?"
I'm not sure that's
Well,
love.
yeah, I mean, like,
Well,
where?
it's as much as Donna Summer was.
We're not going back to Tent in Your Pants, are you?
Well, that's the first time I actually heard that in a song.
All right, so I'm going to go to 1983.
Okay.
And it's a songwriter's perspective of writing a song about love.
Okay.
Which it's a very, very well-known song, but it's Gary Kemp is a songwriter for Spandau Ballet, and the song True. And it's all like, why do I find it so hard to write the next line? And
Yeah.
I want the truth. Very, very sweet song and very great delivery. And something I found out, Kemp was writing the song for Claire Grogan, who is the lead singer of Altered Images.
Weird.
Yeah, so the I Can Be Happy singer and the Happy Birthday singer, just little. So I found that like interesting, and it made me like the song even more. Of course, it's like the prom song, of the '80s, and I think it was in one of those.
John Hughes.
Yeah, John Hughes.
I think it was in
movies.
16 Candles.
16 Candles, yeah. So, but I buy it,
Yeah.
and I like, again, the perspective is I'm a songwriter and I'm trying to write a song about you, and I'm finding it hard to write the lines, but I want you to know how I feel. So it's like interesting perspective, and I don't know if it worked on Claire or not. I didn't go that far in my research. And I'll go the next year for another surprise for you, and that's Bruce Springsteen, 1984, I'm on Fire, which is he's trying to steal a woman away from another guy, basically. Right. But I love that arrangement. I love his vocal delivery. I love the subdued, kind of textured and the kind of pain in his voice and the beauty. It's like, wow, Bruce, that's, I don't know. It was kind of a different take for him from what I remember. I don't know all of his songs and all that stuff, but I thought that was a very convincing and well done song.
I think it's well done, but I have a Bruce Springsteen song that to me is a better love song.
Okay.
Even though, I like that one a lot. I appreciate it. But If I Should Fall Behind, it's off the album. I think it's off Lucky Town.
Okay.
But it's a really sweet song about, dedicating your life to each other forever. And if one stumbles and the other breaks free, I'll wait for you. If I fall behind, please wait for me.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe not as lusty as this.
No, it's not
hey,
lusty.
Hey, ditch your guy and come run off with me. Woohoo!
But it's not as lusty. But it's the song is written obviously right before the couple gets married.
Songwriter, so he can come at it from any angle.
Oh yeah, and as we've talked about before on breakup songs, he's got some of the most vicious breakup songs.
All right,
but anyway, that's the one that to me is like that one stands out as wow, this is a killer love song.
I have another kind of unknown one.
Okay.
From Sheena Easton of all people, but you probably won't know this song. But she's a Scottish pop singer, and she started with fluffy stuff. I think Morning Train, like set the women's movement back 20 years or whatever. My baby takes the morning train, and when he gets off work and comes home, he'll find me waiting for him. It's like, wow, Sheena. But then, she had Modern Love and some other songs, and then she got trashy with Prince and all that, and she did You Got the Look with him, and he did Sugar Walls, which was not the most subtle song ever. But in all of this, there was a song she had called Magic of Love, and I don't even think it did well, but it has like a xylophone in it, and it's this just slow, rhythmic song. The video was exceptional. It had an ultra slow motion camera, so it had like I think a hummingbird in it, and you could see the hummingbird flapping its wings and like rain falling on her face and stuff like that. But what I like about it is her take. It just doesn't even sound like her because it's like a spiritual kind of do you believe in the magic of love, and so it may be a guilty pleasure. It wasn't her biggest hit, and she wasn't the most profound singer or songwriter or whatever, but this song was just really moving, and I was always surprised that that's not the song she's best known for. In fact, she's not even known for it, but it's a Magic of Love. I would advise anyone who likes her to check that out.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
All
right. This was not romantic love, unless it's really creepy, but it's Loudon Wainwright III song called Daughter. And the chorus of it is, that's my daughter in the water. Everything she knows, I taught her.
Is she drowned or
No.
Oh, okay.
He's saying she's so great, and
okay.
everything she sees, she wants, and I see that she gets everything she wants.
Right.
Everything she wants, I bought her.
Right.
He comes up with great rhymes for
And
daughter.
she won Every Time I Fought Her.
Every time I fought her.
He didn't actually write that. That was actually Peter Blegved who
really?
wrote that. That's one of the few times he covered a song.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
we got a bunch of researcher around Wayne. He's going to be like,
I didn't do any research.
Well, it sounds like a Loudon Wainwright song. I had to look it up. It was the guy's like a cartoonist and songwriter, Peter Blegved.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, but I love that song.
Yeah.
We nearly used that for my daughter's wedding, but we went with Father Daughter by Paul Simon instead.
all right.
It's hard to find a father daughter dance when you don't dance.
Right. Oh, that's right. I have to remind myself of your dancing, as you call it.
Well, I don't even call it that.
And I'm a terrible dancer, but
But you don't hurt yourself.
no, I don't hurt myself. I just embarrass myself.
But I love that song.
Well, I love Luther Vandross. I think he's a fantastic singer, and he had this joyful one that was more upbeat. But 1986, he had "Stop to Love," and I don't know if you remember it, but it was like they were all like in the video. They're all like riding on the back of a car with the wind blowing through him. He's got his backing singers and all that, and it's just this bubbling R&B kind of pop song. Great backing vocals, and it's just a celebration. He's just saying, take time to love, stop to love, pull out of all the other crap that gets in your mind and focus on love and give it. And it's just charismatic enough to win me over. I mean, he's done a lot of great songs, but I like that one because it's more upbeat. And I will move on. So, the Cure love song.
Yeah.
That was when I was thinking about, the impact on him. So this song, some love songs are What I Love About You, and some love songs are I Want You to Love Me, and this one is the impact. And who was the one you were just saying about, you make me feel like I'm young again, you make me feel like I'm fun again. And this is Robert Smith.
Right.
And it's just a real, just a good goth, I guess, love song.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think The Cure wrote good love. I mean, Robert Smith is a good love songwriter overall.
Okay. And that same year, I'm going to pivot to Janet Jackson. Love Will Never Do Without You. I don't know if you remember that one, but she's never been, you know, I'm looking at the video, but I'm also thinking of the song. It's just this wide open. In a video, her smile's a mile wide, and she's never been more fetching, I guess. And she's like on the beach, and there are these two guys. That was the thing. Is like she's dancing back and forth with each one. It's like, well, which one will love never do without? But it's just it's got that thump beat, but it's not really a dance song, and it's just talking. It's like a commitment to love, and we showed them because she's talking about how, you know, the friends said they wouldn't make it and they're opposites and blah, blah, blah. And she said, but love will never do without you. So, again, simple sentiment and just probably her most kind of earthy, real song of hers that I can remember. And it really stood in contrast to a lot of other stuff she was doing back then.
Yeah. Well, I was never a big fan of Michael Jackson, but I like Janet Jackson better than I liked Michael Jackson.
Of course. Yeah. Well, I mean, she was real.
Yeah.
You know, that helps.
Well, I want to bring up Tom Waits,
Okay.
who wrote some great love songs, but to me, there are two that stand out more than the others. One is Jersey Girl, which Bruce Springsteen used to cover because he's from Jersey.
Right.
And you get this yearning for somebody in that song that feels very real and visceral. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, when you hear Tom Waits singing it,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's like it just
Feels
gets
more
down.
like a threat than an invitation.
No, it feels it's kind of a desperate love.
Yeah.
And I think he felt it.
Okay.
The other one is off his album Mule Variations. That the other one's off Heart Attack and Vine. But Mule Variations is a later Tom Waits album. And it's Take It With Me When I Go. And it sounds like he's basically going over these good memories, and it sounds like he's contemplating death. But then he has a line, in the town there's a house, in the house there's a woman that I love, and in that woman in that house there's a woman, and in that woman is a heart I love. I'm going to take it with me when I go. And it sounds like it sounds real.
Okay.
Sounds kind of sinister.
Well, no. Well, yeah, I'm going to cut it out and tell you
Is he just going to take the heart, or is he going to take the
Well,
whole thing?
he's already lined up that he's taken all these great memories with him, you know.
Okay.
But it's all these memories of being with this woman.
Okay.
And it's really sweet. And if you've never heard it, Mule Variations is maybe my overall favorite Tom Waits album.
Okay.
And it's great, but that song in particular is a real standout.
Okay. It's probably my third or fourth favorite.
You don't even pretend, Chuck.
Oh, I can't pull it off. Well, as long as we're being deep and everything, I'm going to talk about Madonna's "Justify My Love."
Oh, okay, that's deep. There we go.
No, that's the total overlap of lust and love. But I do like the line she has in there: "Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another." People interpreted that a bunch of different ways, but the song is "Justify My Love," and then she's like. And it is romantic notions, you know. I want to kiss you in Paris. I want to hold your hand, make love on a train cross country, maybe. But anyway, that's just a Madonna spin on probably the most interesting love song Madonna did I can think of. Annie Lennox did "Love Song for a Vampire" from the Bram Stoker's Dracula. And what a song to be wasted in the end credits of that movie, because it's Annie Lennox, so it's powerful, and it captures, it's got the whole, the arrangement is very dramatic, and it's all this kind of life or death and, eternity life and everything, and just like, let me be the only one, to hold you in my arms and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's one, and she does that arch in each line, and it's just really dramatic, and maybe my favorite non-Eurythmics Annie Lennox song, really.
I forgot that was in that movie.
I know. It's just that it's at the end, when
Right.
Winona Ryder does what she has to do, and then it just like goes to the credits, and there it is. It's like, oh my God, this is like, and I don't know if it was ever even a single, but it was really a great song.
Yeah.
And for a vampire, but carries other meanings for non-vampires.
Well, while you're on that subject, I want to bring up one of my top 5 favorite love songs of all time. "Feels Like Home" by Randy Newman. Which
Okay.
my daughter used in her wedding.
Okay.
And tons of people use it in their wedding. And it was actually written for his play Faust. And it is the song that I think Rosalind, I can't remember, I think it's Rosamund in the play, tempts Satan with. She's charming Satan.
Okay.
And when I interviewed him, I said, it's so funny to me that has become such an iconic love song. Mm-hmm. And it was written for a woman who's trying to, to woo Satan. And he said, "Yes, sometimes
every guy's got a little bit of Satan in him."
He said, "Yes, sometimes even I forget it." But it's so sweet because it's the whole thing is, all these things that are great about being with this person, but finally it comes down, it feels like home.
Okay. Well, I have another misunderstood love song, and you're not going to even associate this with a love song.
All right.
And it actually didn't help her career at all, but Fiona Apple's "Criminal." And that video, everyone remembers, she's scantily clothed and draping across all different kinds of bodies in water and on the floor.
Looks like child porn nearly.
Yeah, it looks like a porn shoot and all that. And she was very young at the time.
Right.
And all people associate with it is, I've been a bad, bad girl, and all that stuff. And I think that haunted her whole career.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the intention of the song. But because it was such a sexualized video, and she did have those slinky words in there, and it did look like a porn film shoot. But the song is about she's transgressed the only man she's loved, and she even the escalation in the chorus is, and it's so powerful too. And it's like, I need to be redeemed to the one I've always done this. I need to be redeemed to the one I've sinned against, because he's all I've ever known of love. And it's just like, and that's what, she's saying she doesn't, she needs a good defense and everything. So she's not trying to excuse herself. She's not trying to be flirtatious. And the buildup is always to this, he's all I've ever known of love. So it's got this desperation in it. Totally lost in the video.
Yeah.
And she complained about the video after the fact. I think she might have even been like 19 or something when she made the video.
She was really young.
She was really young.
And it looked like, because it was a time they were doing like these photo shoots for, I can't remember, one of the big fashion things, where it was like they were shot with that kind of film stock.
Yeah.
And it looked like this was like porn.
Yeah.
Like, back.
Yeah. But it's a love song, and the desperation of what do you do when you've what is he, a sensitive man? Been a bad, bad girl. Anyway, so I think and it's very powerful, and I feel
her voice is really powerful.
Her voice is really powerful, and it's got that. But I think people just missed it, and I think that haunted her whole career, because she was always like, she got real testy with everybody, and she would get mad at fans, and I think, imagine if you had a voice like that, and you did this great song, and then they did like this, trampy video of you, and that followed you everywhere you went, and that's all they wanted to see more songs like that, and that was never what she intended for it to be.
Well, it's funny. I think I do think that she got kind of a bad rep, and when I interviewed her, she seemed great. I was really expecting her to be a difficult interview, and she was super nice. And
you understand artists, you know, and I think a lot of people are just like, "Oh, you're going to do another criminal video," or something like that. And just imagine how that would just sink your soul, if you put everything into something, and all they remember is that, you turned your back to the camera and took your bra off, So,
well, the thing that impressed me about when I talked to her, she said that she had done like a community television, I think it was a university television interview with somebody, and after it was over, she realized she'd kind of been a bitch.
Yeah.
And she called them back, and she said, I'm really sorry that I was having a bad day. Can we redo this?
Oh.
And she went back and they redid it.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So I was impressed with that, because she felt bad that she had given this interviewer a bad interview, and she went back and corrected it.
Right.
So, people who kind of dismissed her as being bitchy, because she came off bitchy in a lot of these interviews. I think that some of that was
totally get where that came from, too, from her, It's like, a guy, that's not going to happen to a guy, seriously,
It's not.
So that was take a young, beautiful, talented woman and turn her into, a sex icon, and that's never what she intended to be.
Yeah.
So, good on you, Fiona. When I missed Jane Seabury, I was talking about the song that can bring me to tears, and I don't even know what it's about. It's that Sail Across the Water.
Yeah.
Epic song. It's gripping. She's talking about love sailing across the water and telling us what you found, and there's all this imagery about, I don't know. It's just indescribable, which is kind of a hard thing to say, but I would definitely recommend people go and listen to that just for the beauty of the chorus. It's just like piercing, and I don't even know what. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying she's one of those artists that a lot of people don't know that when they discover her, they're going to go, why don't I know who this woman was?
Right.
Well,
it doesn't help that people call her Jane Seabury and Jane Siberry.
I thought it was Siberry.
Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot too, but it's Siberry. And Sail Across the Water, that's, I think that's probably on her best album, but I would just recommend going and checking out all that she's done, because it's just so beautiful and provocative and smart and elusive,
Well, the one that makes me tear up, and I listened to it a couple times today, is The Book of Love, which is Peter Gabriel covering a Magnetic Fields song.
Oh, okay.
From 69 Love Songs. And the Magnetic Fields version it's a good song.
Yeah.
But when Peter Gabriel does it, he gets everything that's in that song out of it.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is the lyrics are so dismissive of all the love cliches. Mm-hmm. And then you get to a chorus, which the chorus changes every time. But it's like, it talks about reading the Book of Love and all the stuff in it, and he goes, and it's dismissive of all that stuff, but he goes, but I love it when you read to me.
Okay. Yeah.
And it just, it's just really deep.
Yeah.
And every
Isn't that something?
chorus.
I mean, you could just be listening, and all of a sudden someone just went inside of you and like grabbed your heart or whatever. And it's like, it's chilling, really, because it's like you didn't know you were so vulnerable.
But that's the thing. It's like I get it in that song, and I believe every word of it. Yeah. But the thing that sells it is the fact that he's so dismissive of all of the stuff that you're told about love and what it's supposed to be. Yeah. But then you get to the chorus, and it's like, no, this is real. Yeah. Yeah. Great stuff.
I like that. I'm in the 2000s now, and I know we need to hustle along.
I've been skipping around here.
Yeah. I'm going to do 2006, Sarah McLachlan, Sweet Surrender. She's known for having a lot of sad songs and hard-hitting songs. And Sweet Surrender is hard-hitting, but it's so optimistic and hopeful and just kind of stuff that she doesn't usually deal in. But there is sadness behind it, but she's leaving it behind. And she's saying, strip away the ugliness that surrounds me. And I love it. She goes, are you an angel? Am I already that gone? I only hope I don't disappoint you. And it's just like she's embracing love. It's got some infatuation to it. And she's leaving like this sadness that's been hanging over her whole life. And I mean, there seems to be, that was kind of a preoccupation with her lyrics for a long time, but it's got more of an up tempo, and it's a different kind of song for her. Sweet Surrender. I think it's maybe my favorite Sarah McLachlan song, honestly.
Well, I like Sarah McLachlan, but I don't remember that one particular.
I'm going to go out at Beyonce here. I've got two Beyonce songs, and I want to use them to contrast. One is Crazy in Love, which was her first single as a soloist in 2003. Mm-hmm. And she was really young, just left Destiny's Child, and Jay-Z was promoting her. And it's just this excited, kind of frenetic energy. I'm crazy in love. You got me looking crazy in love. So it's like this up-tempo 2003 song. You go to 2016, And that was from the Lemonade album that I've mentioned more than any album, I think. But she had a song called All Night. And the whole concept of this album is about being cheated on, about being bitter and angry and wanting to strike back at Jay-Z. And it's talking about the complication. And with love songs, when there's been some kind of like infidelity or just, terrible transition from one person against the other, a lot of times that can ruin a relationship, but sometimes it can make it stronger. Now, I wouldn't do it to make a relationship stronger,
right?
But this song is called All Night from 2016, and it just has so much more maturity than Crazy. And Crazy in Love is infectious, but this All Night is just like, I'll trade your broken wings for mine, and it's just like it's later in the album, and it's like they've reunited, and they're stronger than they were. So it's kind of like we got through this, and it made us stronger. Not a recommended way to make your relationship stronger, but I think it's got that maturity that the other one didn't have. But it's interesting to see the same artist coming at it from like really youthful and then more pensive and thoughtful. I know we're talking about Beyonce. You're just like, we don't want to hear about Beyonce anymore.
Well, since you brought up somebody you bring up all the time, I'm going to bring up Mike Craver, and he has a song called Ollie's Song, which is about not being with the person that you love, and waking up thinking about the person that you love, waking up without you, from whatever situation that is. But it's a really sweet little song stuck in the middle of his album Wagoner's Lad.
Okay.
And it's just, it's got great imagery in it. And, tomorrow we'll be waiting for the one who ceased his hating. And though might be overstating, I love you.
Okay.
Really sweet.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, I feel like I need to get moving here. So
you got 80 songs over there.
I like the No Doubt. I know. I'm getting there, and I'm trying to make it fast. Right. No Doubt, Simple Kind of Life. I don't know if you remember that, but that is again, it's using love as a tool to get to marriage and to have children. It's an interesting perspective from Gwen Stefani because she's just kind of like sitting back and like, I feel like I've been selfish and just wasting my life, on just me and my indulgences. And now I'm getting older and I want to have kids and I want to be in love. The video's cool because she's singing to each of the three guys in the band. I don't know if you remember that. And the last one is the drummer, and she ends it with, you look like you'd be a good dad. And he like jumps up and runs away. But it's a good little perspective of like, you've been living this life and like, you didn't stop to love, as Luther Vandross would say, and make time for that. And now you feel like you got to catch up.
That's interesting because I think there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, there are. There are. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Two straightforward love songs. 2013, John Legend, All of Me. Yeah. And 2019, Harry Styles, Adore You. These are just straight up direct love songs. Like Legends is All of Me loves all of you. Just simple like that. And Adore You, Harry Styles is basically saying, I don't want to ask anything from you. Just let me adore you. So it's just straightforward, point blank. I just love you. I love everything about you, and just let that happen. So I like the uncomplicated theme of that. Those are two newer ones.
I just got to say, it doesn't sound like it's going to turn out well for that guy. I'm just saying.
For which guy, John Legend or Harry Styles?
Harry
or both
Styles.
Of them? Oh, you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
No. He needs to ask a little more than just adore somebody.
Right.
Just let me love you.
Yeah,
right,
come on.
Right.
I can't get down with that.
Okay. Well, Harry Styles, he was in the band One Direction.
Yep.
And they had a rival band called The Wanted. And they had a song called Glad You Came, which did have a double entendre there to the title. But I love it. It's about sexual attraction and everything, but it's also very romantic and up-tempo. And the chorus that hangs on is the sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. And it's just like about embracing the moment. So that's another theme in music and in love songs. And I'll finish this off with I couldn't figure out which of the 1,800 Taylor Swift love songs to go with, but I went with Cardigan, which was a part of a trilogy. This was from 2020, so it's a more recent one. And it's like I say, it's a part of a trilogy of songs about love. But this is one where she was young, and she's talking about how, well, she wasn't. She's singing about when she was young. And about how deeply young people do feel love. And, that's something that we know is that people assume that children don't feel emotions as deeply as adults do, but they absolutely do. And they feel the pain and the fear and everything as much, if not more so, than adults do. And she's kind of singing about that in context of, this gal who was in love. And she had all kinds of good lines, as Taylor Swift does. We could do a whole show on Taylor Swift love songs. But she said, when I felt like I was an old cardigan, you put me on and said I was your favorite, and just stuff, lines like that. So it was more the optimistic love song. It gets more complicated in the other two songs. But that's just my choice for the Taylor Swift love song. There, take your pick.
Okay, well, I have a couple of songs from this millennium. I mean,
okay.
post-millennium
All right,
songs.
congratulations. Let's hear it.
There's a song by the Weepies. I don't know if you remember the Weepies. It was a husband and wife singing duo. They've since divorced, unfortunately.
Oh,
but they showed up in a lot of TV shows and stuff. And I had a guest on my show one night who I was playing some stuff I liked, and she said, "Well, you need to listen to the Weepies," and she was right because I absolutely loved them.
Okay,
but they have a song called "I Was Made for Sunny Days."
Okay,
and it's like it's the woman singing it in this case, and she's talking about all the things she did and how happy she feels, and it's I was made for sunny days and I was made for you.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is a great song.
Like those simple lines. Sometimes they just, if they're delivered correctly, it doesn't have to be super clever,
Well, I think with love songs that it's better to be simple because you're not hiding anything.
Right.
It's very basic. But that's from 2010.
Oh, wow.
Something that's even more recent.
Like 15 years ago.
I think this is only about 5 years ago. Jill Barber and Matthew Barber, they're brother and sister, and they both are singer-songwriters, and they recorded this one album together. But
tell me it's not a love song.
It's not a love song between them.
Okay, all right.
In fact, I think all he may do is play guitar on it.
Okay.
But it is it's a great song called One True Love, and it's about fighting for your love.
Okay.
Use my heart like a fist till it's black and blue.
Oh, cool. I like that.
And Jill is
Jill Barber.
Jill Barber, and she's a really great Canadian artist. I reviewed an earlier album of hers, and she emailed me, and I'd reviewed it along with I think it was a Kathleen Edwards album, and she went out and bought that album because of my review.
Oh, cool!
And sent me an email thanking me for suggesting that one, in addition to reviewing her album.
Share the joy.
But they're great together, singing together. He does some harmonies and stuff with her, and then he does lead on some of them. But that is my favorite love song probably of the past 10 years.
Okay,
at least. Because it actually had
sounds like a good one.
It's had something different to say and a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, go out and get drunk, but then fight.
Right.
So I think that one is, if you've never heard it, it's a great one to have.
To check that one out.
You would.
Are you going to check that one out, John?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
You would both like this, I think. But yeah.
Jill and Matthew Barber.
Yeah, Jill Barber and Matthew Barber. They don't say Jill and Matthew since they're brother and sister. They don't
That'd be
want people
creepy.
to think.
Yeah. But that'd be a different fan base.
Yeah, you probably reviewed his albums. His albums got wider release than hers did initially. But anyway, I think she's great, and that album is great. But I wanted to bring up, before we leave this, songs about long-time lasting love.
Okay.
Songs about old people.
Oh, my God. Okay.
There is a great song. It's written by a fellow named Michael Smith, but most people who know it from Steve Goodman's cover.
Michael Smith, the Christian singer?
No, it's a different. There's so many Mike Smiths out there.
Yeah,
this is one of this fella was he's a Chicago guy. He died about 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
But it's a song called "The Dutchman," and it's just a picture of the lives of these two old people, and the man has dementia, and the wife is taking care of her, or taking care of him, and taking him around the city and stuff. And, he sits and he watches the boats, and she goes and she gets him and she brings him back, and they go to sleep.
That's heartbreaking. Is that?
It's heartbreaking, but it's sweet. It's because
Okay.
it's about really true, long-lasting love, and you get it.
Yeah.
You feel it. And then there's a song that's written by Dave Loggins that Winona Judd had a hit with called She Is His Only Need. And that's another one that was a big hit back when, I think it was Winona's, maybe her first solo hit after she left the Judds. But, of course, Dave Loggins is a East Tennessee songwriter. And that song.
We heard your Dave Loggins.
Yeah, we've heard the Dave Loggins story.
Oh, I forgot all. Yeah, we did tell that story.
And the fake Dave Loggins.
The fake Dave Loggins.
Yeah.
But then there's one more by the Beautiful South,
Okay.
which was
I know you like them.
this was a hit in England.
Yes.
And
they
it's
were a
called-
hit in England,
Yeah.
like,
And it's a song-
consistently.
it's
You
a-
went to England and they had like 50 albums.
And nobody's heard of them here.
Right, right.
But there's a song called The Prettiest Eyes where the husband is like connecting every wrinkle on his wife's face to a good memory.
Okay.
And
She's
it's really
not
sweet.
dead or anything. Right?
No, but the Beautiful South being the Beautiful South, if you watch the video,
They may both be dead.
the video shows this scene in the city. Of course, you don't see anything but just the city scene, and you hear a gunshot, and then the song begins.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So, without the gunshot, it's a really sweet, sincere sounding
Up-tempo,
song.
positive message.
But it's just about, not regretting your wrinkles and, take a good look at these crow's feet sitting on the prettiest eyes.
Okay.
So,
I'll-
anyway,
I'll take it.
that's a subject that I don't think gets brought up enough, of this long-lasting.
Yeah, you're right.
'Cause
You're
it's
right.
nearly all
I was trying
infatuation.
to think of even, like something like that. I don't know if,
I don't think there's ever been a hit.
no. We'll wait for Olivia Rodrigo.
Wait till
I had to
gets
set her
old.
name today, so I had to throw it out there.
there's-
Or Princess Superstar.
Well, there's one more that fits into that category, sort of. It's Ben Folds' song, The Luckiest,
Okay.
where he's imagining, being an old man if they had never met and, they'd been born at different times, and maybe he saw her like riding her bike or whatever and never knew who she was. Well, yeah, that's a really good one too. All right,
right.
I'm done. I'm done.
John, you got any more love songs?
No, not really. I mean, I've thought of a couple, but they've all sort of been touched on anyway, so
All right.
gum up the works.
Well, according to Donna Summer, that's part of love.
Touch a
I
couple
just, I
of
just like the synthesizers.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I like that song too, but
All right. Well, I think we might be running a little over, so we're going to do how we saw it or a music recommendation.
okay.
I'll do it how we saw it to get off this old people dying and singing about love.
making me
That's not where I
sad.
wanted that to go. So 2017 Happy Death Day, starring Jessica Roth. It's an interesting concept. It's kind of like Groundhog Day, only it's this college gal who keeps dying. And what's happening is she realizes over a few deaths that she's trying to solve a murder, that there's a murder and mayhem. And anyway, she's like this self-absorbed collegian to start with, and she's trying to get to know more people because she knows she's going to die at the end. She dies a different way. It sounds gruesome, and it's not really that gruesome. It's more of a comedy than a scary movie. But it's an interesting plot that she's trying to solve too, and she keeps dying and waking up again and has to start all over. And she wakes up in the dorm room of some guy that she might or might not have slept with. So
Sounds kind of like Russian Doll. The it was on Netflix, and what's the name of the Leon?
Natasha
Natasha
Leon.
Leon.
Okay,
Where
okay.
Every day she goes through the day and then she dies, and she dies
Yeah.
a different way every
yeah,
And she slowly starts to learn from how she died before.
that's exactly the same. Yeah, this was 2017. When was this? Natasha Leon.
A couple of years ago.
Couple of years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Well, this is I didn't recognize really any of the cast, but it's well cast and it's smart lines and interesting plot turns and fun. It's more fun than anything.
Cool. Well, I want to recommend a documentary called How They Got Over, which is on Max right now, and it is a documentary about black gospel quartets.
Okay.
And as I was saying earlier off air, I was a little disappointed that they didn't bring up the Swan Silvertones, one of my favorite black gospel quartets from the 40s and the 50s. But it's a really good story. It more than anything kind of focuses on how that style of music influenced rock and roll and, future music. But it's really cool because you see how different this was. I mean, to me, black gospel quartets, they rock a lot more. They're like fun, and when they're performing, boy, these are some kind of sexy people.
Yeah.
And you can see why some of the churches are like, yeah, this ain't what we want.
Dial it back.
And they had followers, and they interview all sorts of people who were in these gospel quartets. And, of course, lots of places they toured, there were curfews where black folks couldn't go out. And it's like,
oh, wow.
It's really interesting to see, because they're all, spreading the good word of Jesus.
Right.
But they couldn't, travel at night and things like that a
Wow.
lot of times.
Wow. When was this time period?
It starts in the late 30s and goes through the 50s.
Okay.
Well, there are some in the 60s, but the heyday is in the 40s.
Right.
And if you've never paid attention to that kind of music, it's great. I mean, that's when they really started doing harmonies that just are sweeping and get you going, and I think it's a good way to get introduced to a kind of music you might not have heard and might not have thought you liked.
What was the name of it again?
It's called How They Got Over.
How They Got Over. Okay.
And I watched it. I give kudos to John on his recommendation on the Stax documentary that's on there, because I watched that afterwards, 4 parts, and it was great. I'm a real nerd, and I learned lots of stuff, especially on the later era of Stax, which I didn't know that much about, and it was fascinating.
Remind us what streaming service
That was on Max, too.
that's on Max.
Yeah, but that was great interviews and really good history, and I thought I knew a lot about Stax, but it taught me a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Okay. You got a visual movie,
I think I may have already
TV.
recommended this one, but I just watched it. It's a new series on Paramount that they're doling out one episode per
Right,
week. And I hate
right.
that. I wish they'd just do it all at once.
Right.
But it's Landman.
Okay.
Did I recommend that
I think you
before?
did.
Yeah.
It's Billy Bob Thornton. And
Still good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's set in Texas in the oil boom in the 80s, and he's the oil company rep that makes sure stuff gets done, and he's more powerful than the local sheriff. He's more powerful than everybody, because the oil company owns everything.
Yeah.
And he's just fantastic. I mean, I'd watch him read the phone book, but he stares down local drug cartel guys, and they look scary, and he just doesn't take any shit from them.
Huh?
So
And that's on Paramount?
it's on Paramount
Okay,
Plus.
I don't have that one yet. But.
Okay. You want to venture to music?
Yeah, I discovered this guy, just came up on my radio. It's Nick Piunti, Piunti. He's from Detroit, and he's a power pop songwriter, played in a number of bands through the 70s and 80s, but started doing solo records in, 2002. He's got 8 solo records. He just put out an album in 2024 called Up and Out of It. Just really consistent, good, catchy power pop songs.
Cool.
Nick Piunti, Piunti.
Cool.
Wayne?
Well, since I've already talked about them, and I get on a kick with the Weepies, and I start listening to every album again. I'd recommend any of their albums, but I think one of the best entry points is "Be My Thrill," which has the song I mentioned. I was made for sunny days. But it's great to listen to them because they trade off I don't think they necessarily much wrote together. One would write a song, the other one would write a song. It's kind of like the Lone Tones, our local husband and wife team that do great songs. But it's like you can't decide. I could never decide, okay, I like his songs better. No, I like her songs better. And it goes back and forth because they're just so good. And I think they're honest. It's kind of folky, but also kind of a little sunshiny pop. We know.
Oh, you like
I
that?
like that. But pretty
You didn't
stuff.
do I Think I Love You from the Partridge Family.
Oh, yeah.
What were you thinking?
Well, I mean, come on. I think I love you. I mean, how's
Oh,
How,
that's
how
right.
committed is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cynical.
maybe I love you. Maybe.
Sort of. Maybe I love you.
She's
Yeah,
like,
I don't think.
I love you.
I don't get a whole lot of depth.
A lot of squishy words in there.
Yeah. Let's commit. If we're going to commit, let's go for it.
All right.
Chuck?
Yes. So I like this 1995 Amy Mann album, I'm With Stupid. She's certainly one of my favorite songwriters, if not my favorite songwriter. You know,
Right.
of course, she came from Till Tuesday. She has kind of a not totally lovable vocal because she's got that kind of low tone, which I love. I love. And as long as we're talking about love songs, she's a good one to talk to because she does a lot of breakup and falling out of love and you betrayed me type songs, but in a really wry, kind of earthy fashion.
Right.
And this album especially is just like a whole, it's almost like a best of collection, even though it's just an album. She's got,
That's her first solo record.
I think it's her second. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it's like I think it's her breakthrough.
Because Till Tuesday did at least 2, maybe 3 albums.
Yeah, and they had there's a good Till Tuesday song on their last album called J for Jewels. Just throwing that out there. That's a great breakup song. I think I was going to use it once and didn't. But this one's got Choice in the Matter, where she's like frustrated, and it's like, what is it she says? Dang it. Anyway, it's got something about the message light on the answering machine just keeps blinking, and while I'm here, you won't push play. You left me no choice in the matter. She's got a song called Amateur. There's a song called Sugar Coated, where she really cuts someone down. She's like, out of your mouth comes a stream of cliches, and I've given you so much rope. You should be hanging for days, but you keep spinning it out. So just her frustration. She's got this really defiant song called Super Ball, which I love what they do with this. It's like on a later track, they incorporate a line from Super Bowl as like kind of to end this other song that's a much darker song. And that context of that line just sounds so much more sinister. So I mean, she's great. I love the way she thinks. I love the way she writes. I love the way she sings. And this album was just a first or second solo, I'm not sure, but it was home run. 1995, I'm With Stupid.
We all like Amy Mann.
She's great.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
I was just listening to her today.
Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Are we done talking about love songs?
I'd love to say so.
Okay.
Well,
I'd
maybe we
love to
need to
say so.
do hate songs next week.
Oh, I don't know.
But happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's that too.
I'm just so happy that you didn't bring up the greatest love of all.
No, I wouldn't.
Good.
Come on. I don't like just total hack songs. You know?
Okay. All right.
So is this Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I reckon so. Yeah. You
Valentine's
better,
Day. Oh, okay.
better
I
get
didn't
your
even-
presents together.
Yeah, no,
I mean, who knows when people
I've
listen
been
to
married
this?
a long time. We don't play that game.
Oh, okay.
You don't do
All right.
Valentine's Day?
I make her.
Not
I
still
usually
courting her?
No, I have a tradition. I bake her a heart-shaped meatloaf.
Well, that's,
Okay.
that's pretty
Done
sweet.
that every year for
That's
the
pretty
past
sweet.
several years.
Okay. And what does she do?
She eats it. So do I.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll follow up on this off air. Goodbye.
You've been listening to How We Heard It with Chuck Campbell and Wayne Bledsoe. a podcast about music, art, culture, movies, whatever they want to talk about. How We Heard It was recorded in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Arbor Studio by John Baker. If you believe you've been abducted by aliens during the listening to this podcast, we take no responsibility for that. How We Heard It is a Tear Owl production, and if you'd like to reach out to Chuck or Wayne, send an email to howweheardit@gmail.com. Come on back next week and we'll have another show for you.